Hello and welcome to Tiny Home Yoga with May. We are on a floating home in a floating yoga studio. Today we're going to be talking all about the digestive system. So if you struggle with IBS, you have too much digestive fire or not enough digestive fire, out of balance in some way, you just know you can feel there's an imbalance in your body, then this is the class for you today. We're going to spend the next 20 minutes building awareness and just focusing our attention in this area and really listening to our bodies. Another great way to optimize your health and well-being is joining me for weekly classes. Regular yoga classes has so much benefit. So if you need rest and relaxation, you suffer with anxiety or stress, then join me for my Wednesday class in the evening here on the boat. If you're someone that has really awful pain, you suffer with chronic fatigue, and you also really struggle with general mobility, or you know anyone that does have those symptoms, then you've got to come to the class on Thursday because it's going to be simple, easy, and it's going to enable you to really begin to build the foundations, the strength, the resilience, the flexibility in your body to find more comfort and more ease in general life. If any of those classes sound of interest to you or to someone that you know might find them interesting, then please contact me at tinyhomeyoga@gmail.com and I will book you into one of those classes. Let's begin. So, starting with our feet hip distance apart, grounding those feet into the floor, taking our hands over the lower part of our belly. Option to close down the eyes if that feels comfortable for you today, and connecting in with the breath. So just noticing the rise and the fall of the belly and chest. And I invite you to really relax. Relax behind the back of the eyes. Relax all those thoughts swirling around in your head, knowing that they will come up, and that's okay. Try not to get stuck on the narrative that's going on in there. Using the breath to come back to the body. Relax the shoulders. Relax the torso. Relax your grip on your belly. Make sure there's a nice little bend in those knees so you're not locking them. And finding your center here. And if you struggle with the breath, if you find it difficult, know that that's okay. And with practice, it will get easier. Sending the breath into the belly. Feeling the belly expand and contract with the exhale. And if you find your mind wandering again, just bring it back. Bring it back to the inhalation and the exhalation. Where do you feel the inhalation and exhalation most? Is it in the hands, on your belly? Is it in the nostrils as the air goes in through and out the nostrils? The aim of this focus is not to get caught up in worrying about the fact that our mind is wandering and thinking, but in fact, learning how not to react to our experience. It's no problem. It's no problem that you're struggling to focus. It's no problem that you're getting IBS symptoms. It's no problem that you're finding it difficult to focus right now. It's no problem that everything is well. As we spend a few more moments, a few more breaths, I invite you to find that observer in your mind, just watching your experience right now, without judgment, without expectation. And if it feels like chaos, then no problem. And as we stand here relatively relaxed, preparing our mindset for the next few minutes of yoga class, I'd like to invite you to visualize your intestines. And if you don't really know what that means, then just picture like something you've seen in a book of what the large and small intestines looks like. Try and bring that to your mind. And if you'd like to go a little deeper, then try and visualize that actually in your body. Your ascending colon, descending colon, the small intestine, the entire wonderful system that you have in here. The more we practice with this observation, the better we get at understanding our bodies. Giving ourselves that time is the first step. So gently release the hands down, blinking the eyes open, coming back to the room. I'm going to join the hands together and just open up the wrists a little, warming up the wrists area. We're going to be moving a little bit on the floor today, coming down onto our bellies. So if you have any funny knees, then you might want to grab a pillow for those knees or a blanket. Changing direction with your wrist movements now. And coming to stillness. Bringing the hands to the side, taking a nice deep breath, lengthening up through the crown as you inhale. As you exhale, placing the hands on the shoulders. Let's draw the elbows together to touch, and then take the elbows over the head, back and round, all the way. Nice and slow. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale down. And then we're going to change direction once our elbows meet. All the way around. Just working in those shoulder blades now, feeling backs of the shoulder blades open. And then one more time. Before we drop the arms down, feeling heavy weights in our hands now, really heavy weights. And those weights are going to come forward as we curve our back into a C shape and tuck the chin. Those weights are now going to draw the hands down towards the floor, rolling down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice bent knees here to touch the floor. And as you inhale, placing the palms on the floor, pushing your fingers into the ground and lengthen up through the hips. Lift those hips up, feeling a nice long extension in the back. Then you're going to relax, drop everything as you slowly rise. Again, heavy hands, rolling up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Up we come. Nice and slowly. Last thing to come up is the head. Reach up with the crown, inhale, and then exhale, we're going to go down one more time. Hands are heavy, head is heavy, jaw is relaxed, knees are bent, hands come to the floor, sending those hips up to the sky. As you inhale, as you exhale, soften, finding comfort and ease. Relax. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Let all those thoughts that are unhelpful fall out of the head. Nice deep breath, slowly coming back up. Nice and heavy in the hands, same as before. We come. Lovely job, well done. Okay, I'm going to move through this practice, this sequence now that's aimed for the digestive system. So feet are hip distance apart, or you can bring your feet together. If you have funny hips and knees, then nice, better to have your feet at hip distance. I'm going to bring my feet together today. We're going to inhale, hands come all the way up. If you're in a small space like me, then you draw your elbows up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen up through those fingertips or elbows, and as you exhale, we're going to take a nice little side bend. Take a side bend one way, inhale, come up, and then side bend the other way. And then come up. And now we're going to inhale, exhale, coming down. Inhale up, exhale down. And I'd like to invite you to send your attention to your colon, your ascending colon and your descending colon. So everyone continue to do that as I just demonstrate where those are. You have them right here. So when you stretch the side, you can feel the engagement in the colon. So just have a little play around, have a little think. At what point does the ascending colon, which is on the right hand side, when does that get stretched? And then when does the descending colon get stretched? Which side is it? Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. And then when you've done the left side again, one more time, we're going to come back to center, release the hands down, arms down, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Lovely. So bringing that awareness now into that area, begin to feel and activate and stimulate the activity going on in there, which is really beneficial for our digestion. The next action that we're going to do is we're going to inhale, arms come up, reaching up. As we exhale, we're going to fold down. So bring your arms nice and wide and then swan dive down. So leading with the heart down, hands towards the floor. You're going to walk the hands forward slightly, walk the feet backwards slightly, come into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, the first downward dog of the day. You might want to walk out your heels, taking them down one by one, opening up to the backs of the legs. And then we're going to come down for a little warm up. So bring the knees down, walk the knees backwards, bring the chest down. Bring your palms to the center, place your forehead on the palms and relax. Toes together, heels fall out to the side, fully relax your entire body. Take a nice deep breath. On your next inhale, you're going to gently lift your neck, your head up, placing your hands underneath your shoulders and activating your glutes, legs, feet. Push the bottom of your feet into the ground. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Feel that activation in the lower back. Exhale, come back to center. Now, if there's any issues there, any pinching, any squeezing, anything that's uncomfortable, then I recommend that you stop this practice now. Come into Shavasana and rest. Otherwise, coming with me. Going to inhale, lifting up the head, bringing the hands underneath the shoulder blades, and then pushing slightly into the mat to engage a little bit more here. Exhale back down. That's another option for creating a bit more space in the lower back. Exhale, bringing the forehead to the floor. Relax the glutes, legs, relax. Let's come up again. Slowly inhale, reaching up with the crown of the head, placing the hands underneath the shoulders. This time we're going to inhale, lifting, pushing into our hands. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Exhale, come back to center. Bringing the forehead down, but keep the hands where they are. Then inhale, come back straight back up, this time looking over the left shoulder. Feeling that twist now. Exhale back to center. Bringing the hands to the center, forehead on the hands once again. Relax the glutes, legs, release all the tension you're holding there. And then shake out the hips, shaking from side to side. Just to release anything that's holding on in there. And relax. Keep your attention on your breath. Making our way up, back to standing. So, pushing into the hands, coming up onto the knees. Let's take a little child's pose on our way up, sending the hips back, sitting back onto our ankles, stretching the hands forward. Stretch those fingertips forward a little bit more to lengthen the back and the spine. Then you're going to come up to tabletop, push, tuck the toes, push the hips up. Here we go, downward dog. Looking forward of the hands, you're going to either take mini steps forward or take a big step forward so that your feet come up towards your hands, fingers and toes in line. Bend those knees, halfway lift, so lifting up the crown of the head, nice straight spine here. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees, let the head hang heavy. And then the same way that we came up, we're going to lead with the back of the heart, nice and wide arms. Engage your core as you lift. Lengthen up with your fingertips or elbows. And then exhale, come back to center, hands to the heart. And then we're going to repeat. I'm going to repeat this one more time. And you can come back to this video anytime to repeat, all with the intention to completely focus on the digestive area. What is going on in there as you move, feeling what areas are being activated in what stretches, and ultimately engaging this area to be more effective. Stimulating it, I think is the right word. Okay, so let's do it again. Feet hip distance or feet together. Arms up, elbows up, hands up, stretch up. Inhale. As you exhale, let's go to the right. Sorry, I don't want to go right. I want to go left. Feeling that ascending colon. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Feeling, engaging that descending colon. Inhale, coming back up to center. As you exhale, we're going to come all the way down. Nice wide arms, swan diving down, bent knees, fingers and toes in line. Stepping back with the right, stepping back with the left, coming central on your mat, knees coming down, finding your way down onto your belly as best you can. And placing your pillow on the floor with your hands, forehead on your hand pillow. Breathe. Okay, let's move Bhujangasana, placing the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, rising up. Engage the lower back, engage the core. Exhale, fold down. Forehead towards the floor. We're coming back up again. We're twisting to the right. Inhale, twist. Looking over the shoulder. Exhale, back down. Inhale, coming up. Looking over the left shoulder. Exhale, back down. Coming up to downward dog, however you feel is best for you. Coming up onto the knees, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips, finding your center. Bend those knees, lift the hips nice and high. Inhale and exhale. Looking forward towards the hands, big step or small steps forward. Fingers and toes in line. Halfway lift, lift up that body, that torso, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Straight spine, fold down. Then lead with the back of the heart coming up, arms nice and wide as best you can, depending on your space. Reaching up, hands or elbows up, hands together to the heart, exhale, coming down. Tuck that tailbone slightly, keep your hands at prayer. Option to rewind the video for a few more rounds. you'd like to end your practice here with me. Then coming back to feet hip distance apart, hands on the digestive area, the gut, holding so much intelligence here. A lifetime of intelligence. The connection with the brain and the gut is phenomenal. Food is medicine. If we take care of what we put inside our bodies, treat our gut with the respect it deserves, learn and find that discipline to treat the body with respect and to feed it well, we will learn so much more about ourselves and our bodies when we start to go into this topic of how we can take better care of ourselves. Just thanking the gut for everything that it does. Nice deep breath as you inhale, as you exhale, release the hands, blinking open the eyes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you end up doing, or if it's the evening, I hope you have a wonderful sleep, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye for now.